This is Derek with Studio MMA and MMA Nut, and I'm fortunate enough to be with Rashad Evans. Rashad, you're in a weird spot as a fighter because the biggest fight of your career was on the show, and then the biggest fight of your career was when you won the title, and then where are you in terms of biggest fight in my career at this stage in your career?
I guess every fight right now is the biggest fight of my career. You know, I can't really get to the point where I'm thinking about, you know, what's going to come after this fight. I just got to focus on the fight that I have in front of me.
Now, we're in Chicago. You live in Chicago.
Right.
Why do you live in Chicago? I mean, you train in Florida. So I live like 20 minutes from my job. Why do you live like 1,400 miles from yours?
Well, I mean, in Florida, I have a really good training gym out here, and I haven't really found a good training gym out here, and we have a good thing in South Florida. But my kids live here, so I got to make sure I stay close to them.
Now, as a fighter, is that hard? Because you want to be a fighter and you want to be a father. You got to go to birthday parties and recitals and all that. But each time you go to a birthday party or recital, you miss a day, which could get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Like, is it hard balancing the two?
It's extremely hard. It's extremely challenging. I think that's the most challenging part of what I got to do was just the mental aspect of dealing with the fact that I'm not really there for my kids on a daily basis, you know. The best times I have is when I'm able to just be there with them and have them, put them to sleep, and you know, play all the games with them, play with them until they get tired of playing with me. And those are the funnest times that I have. But you know, I got to go a lot of times where I don't see them for a period of time.
And that's easily the hardest part.
The hardest part.
Now, the mental drain on that, does that go into your fight, or is that kind of get through this, get my family back?
It's part. I use it for motivation. You know, I use it as in like I'm working my way to be with them. So it keeps me hungry, it keeps me driving, and I don't want to have a lot of wasted days because if I wake up and I don't feel like training, I can be like, dang, this is one day I could be chilling with my kids and stuff like that.
Now, your wrestling, I would say, is better than his, but you've also adapted to striking. When you get hit, like you stayed in the pocket with Chuck Liddell. Right. When you're that close to someone that dangerous, is it instant, go back to your basics, take them to the ground? Or do you just, I'm confident where I'm at, and how do you gain that confidence?
You got to gain that confidence just by, you know, over a period of time and just pretty much just, you know, believing in yourself and having your coaches believe in you as well. It takes a while to get to that point where you actually start believing in your hands and believing that you're able to stand up and bang with somebody. Because the first thing you do, the first time you do take a big shot, you do want to revert back to what you do, and it just becomes instinct.
Now, you started heavyweight, and now you're light heavyweight. How is that with weight-wise? Are you good weight-wise? Is it easy? Is it hard for you?
It's really easy for me. You know, there was a couple camps where it was really hard, but then after a while I got a hold of myself, and then you know, each fight is kind of different because I kind of this time I'm erring on the side of I'm a little light going into this fight, but that's what I want to be.
Now, do you like or dislike the almost professional wrestling-esque trash talk that's starting to come with MMA? And I know it sells fights, but sometimes you're like, come on, can we just fight and not?
I mean, I like to talk trash. I'm probably one of the ones who always started, but you know, you got to remember that this is a sport. It's entertainment as well, too. It's just not only about the sport. People want to be entertained. People want to see more than just two good fighters fighting. They want to see a little drama. I mean, it's a society that we live in, you know.
Now, a lot of the trash talk that a lot of people always bring up with you is you and John Jones. Me personally, and maybe you can say because you've been there, I think you have a 2-year window, and if you don't fight him, he has to go to heavyweight. Once he hits 26, 27, he's a big dude. He's not going to be able to cut.
Jones, Lady John is huge.
Yeah, he's not going to cut weight.
Rashad, John is huge. Now he's gotten bigger. He's getting bigger, and yeah, I don't know how long he's going to be able to make 205. He's a big dude now.
Do you think that's something that people will experience? You got all these young fighters, 19, 20. I'm going to be 185 forever. 25, 27 hits, you ain't. No.
Yeah, it gets harder. The weight gets harder to come off, and some of the things you should be able to do, it just kind of slowly just stops. I remember when I was 26 years old, there's so much I can do. I can just like, you have to pull me out the gym, and I still won't be tired the next day. Now I have a couple hard workouts, and I'm feeling it for the next couple days.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I know I got a line of people. I don't want to keep up. Thank you, Rashad. Good luck, brother. Take care.